Yeah. One up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion.
We are at the oldest continually operating stadium in the NFL as you get a look inside Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Houston Texans and the Green Bay Packers. Fielded about a yard deep. Leap, and look at this. Right away, a loose football. And the Texans scoop it. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. Out of the gun, Watson being chased out left. He'll run it, and he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They had the great starting field position, now facing 3rd down. Here's Watson, and that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Austin Safarian-Jenkins, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. Throwing now is Rodgers. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. And this one's incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd down. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
They kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
And Rodgers is going to go down. sacked. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Gurley. And an alley to run. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance in guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. On 1st down, it's Gurley. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. They'll try the air now with Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zadarius Smith. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. 3rd and long, it's Watson. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They try and run on 1st down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. On 2nd and 12, Rodgers trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. And he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time. And you've got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now it's Gurley. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Watson. This is caught, and he's in. Touchdown, Houston. 2 first-quarter touchdown passes now for Deshaun Watson, and the Texans push further out in front. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
Let's go, let's go.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Rodgers. Incomplete. He had his hands on it, but couldn't pick it. But it's now fourth down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 21. Now the throw going to Fuller, and he's got it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's 2nd down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Now Gurley. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He's going to let this one go deep. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Houston. Deshaun Watson with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Texans push further out in front. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now 21-0. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one he's got a man, complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Evan Ingram, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Bailey got the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Watson, he's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. The Texans on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, here's Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside conversion.
First down. Let's go, B. Let's go. Let's go. Kill. Turn up. Kill.
Running from the gun, Johnson. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Single.
On 2nd and inches, Watson. He's got it. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Texans push further out in front. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Rodgers going to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Martin, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. And Brate, the tight end's got it. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. And again, it's Rodgers. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
Brandon, you're never quite sure what the side judge or the field judge is going to rule there. That was awfully close, but in the end, he says it passed over the 1-yard line, and that's where they're going to mark it out. I mean, you can see it right there, right? See him walking up the sideline, told him to stop right there at the 1.
And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Telvin Smith that time there to make the play. On 2nd down now, it's Johnson. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Watson. With a catch made by Hopkins. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. Watson on 1st down. Got an open man, it's QT. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 23 yards on the play. From the 50, it's Watson. And this will be incomplete. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To throw is Watson. Going deep for Hopkins. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked Picked off at the 19. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Hey, 626.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And an alley to run. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Now Rodgers. Dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. A first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. From midfield, here's Rodgers. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Look again. Kelly. Don't let Kelly.
Throwing is Rodgers. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has one touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
They're going to line up to go for this on 4th down. Rodgers stays on the field.
58 to Mike. 58 to Mike. Curry. Bravo.
Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And this Texans defense stands tall. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, it's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson. Now he's going to throw it back deep over them. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Houston. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game. And the Texans push further out in front. Deshaun Watson, he's a lot of fun to watch in the pocket, but when he's forced out of the pocket like that, he can make those big plays downfield.
Almost a bad thing when you're pass rushing and you force a Deshaun Watson out of the pocket. He creates extra time. He has the poise to keep his eyes downfield and locate receivers, and it turns into a little bit of a scramble drill for the defensive backs. Where is everyone? And Deshaun Watson finds his target for a big, big play.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Whitney merciless. Drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. Fielded at the 33. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. They're going to be stopped up on this 1st down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Well, they had that one snipped out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
He's letting this one go. And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. It's another touchdown pass for Deshaun Watson, his 5th of the afternoon, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. This is taken about 7 yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football, and the Texans scoop it. The big fella, and they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
Let's go. Do it.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive a few moments ago. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Emmanuel Ogbah just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
He's able to get 4 back on the run, but now they'll have to find something here on 3rd and about 14. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. DJ Reader able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Here's J.K. Scott now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he fields it cleanly. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this was just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear
that is
by the time
one positive.
we have to leave the booth.
A big run there by Johnson, 44 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it with Johnson, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. On 2nd down, it's Johnson. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Badgley able to punch this one through. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So put 3 on the board, but from that far into enemy territory, probably hoping for more.
Yeah, I think they're going to get together on the sideline, talk about it, right? Because you get that far, that deep, you want to come away with a touchdown. They'll take the 3, but they're going to file the way for the future.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Throwing now is Rodgers. He's going to fire one, and the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Picked off by Justin Reed. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They give to Johnson going right. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And an alley to run. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Badgley able to knock this one through, and they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the...
And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Anthony Harris.
It's just been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for him. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in the game, your chances to win have to be about 100 to 1. And it's not looking good for him here.
And not much there. Maybe a yard up in the 24. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
They go to Johnson again. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down. On third down, Johnson. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
That one good for 33 and a first. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Johnson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. The first-round pick, Jair Alexander, making the tackle. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Mike 42, Mike 42.
On the toss, here's Johnson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. He may try and run for this. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. And that will go out of the back of the end zone. Way too much mustard. Not a good punt, and it will come out to the 20. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And last time, 1-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see when they decide to do a play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
They'll rifle this one deep right side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Justin Reed. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So jumping from his free safety spot.
That tells you how aggressive they are on defense, doesn't it? They get everyone involved. He was a little too fast on that play.
Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. On second down now, Benjamin. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now third down. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Here's a 20th carry for Johnson. Johnson with a burst, a first down and more. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
A loss of a yard. Brings up 4th down and goal.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game. And now what the heck is this? A punt formation from the red zone? Now on 4th down, honors the punt team, sending this one away. And that had far too much air under it. It's out of the back of the end zone, and the football will come out to the 20-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Got a man, it's complete, Williams. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining.
So don't say nothing. Jump out! Hey, Zoo!
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. One final try for Rodgers. We've seen this before. And the pressure gets to him again. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys are just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Texans, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they'll have another road date next week with the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.